Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel, Love Nikki, where we talk all things motherhood, especially when it comes to the single mom life. And today I want to touch on the topic of heartbreak and self-analysis. So ladies, lately I have been speaking to a lot of women who are going through heartbreak, and I have some that it's because a relationship has ended, and the relationship could have ended like a while ago, but she is unable to move on. I have some who are just going through the dating phase, and they are bumping into men that are just jokers, and these women are holding on to the bad behavior of these men instead of moving forward and realizing like there's so much more out there. There's so much more to look forward to, and they're worthy of more. And then I have some women who have men that are coming in and out of their lives whenever he feels like it. He comes for, I don't know, a couple days a week, does whatever he does, and then he's gone again, and he shows up again when he feels like it. And all of these women are hurting, and I get it. I definitely get heartbreak. I understand. I've been there where someone has come in, manipulated me, got me to believe that he truly cared for me, truly loved me, and it was all a game. After that breakup with him, I had to basically pick myself up and go to work. And when I say go to work, I went to work on rebuilding myself. I went to work on learning how to truly love myself, how to figure out my self-worth, to know who I was, and to move differently in this world. And one thing that I realized was that the reason I ended up in that situation was because at the time when he came into my life, I I didn't think I was worth much. My self-esteem was very low. I didn't see myself as someone amazing or great or a great woman or whatever. I didn't see myself as someone that was beautiful inside and out. Excuse me. And he was able, because I didn't see that for myself, he was able to come in and use words of affirmation and just tell me all these things about myself that I should have already known. But he was able to use these things to make me then see him as someone amazing, as like a god. I basically put this man on a pedestal because in my eyes, in my mind, someone finally gets me. Oh, like, wow, someone finally thinks I'm beautiful. Someone thinks that I'm amazing. And needless to say, he took that power and he ran with it. He manipulated me. He hurt me emotionally. I went through a lot with him. And although in the beginning it was great, eventually there were flags being thrown on the field that I kept walking over because, like I said, he came in at a time where I didn't know my self-worth. So for him to come in and see that, I held on to that. So despite what he started doing, the disrespectful ways he started behaving, I held on to, he's the only one that knows my worth. He's the only one that sees how amazing I am. So I didn't want to leave that, right? Not knowing at that time, like, that's something I should have seen in myself. That's something I needed to learn about myself for myself and get my power back. And so, yeah, the breakup was nasty. It came out of nowhere. And basically, he just left me hanging. And what I decided to do was to remove myself from dating, period. And I did this, I think, about 2.5, 3 years, where I decided I didn't want to date anyone. And it was not because I was holding on to, I wanted to be with this guy again. I did it because I was giving myself time to heal. I was giving myself time to learn, truly learn who I was, what I really enjoyed, learn the great things about myself, learn what it is that I have to offer this world, learn how worthy I am, take time for myself to take care of myself instead of throwing myself into another relationship where I was just doing for that person in hopes that they would just feed me the words of affirmation that I was looking for so that my self-esteem can grow. And so that is what I did. And I'm not saying that everyone should take 2 to 3 years off, but I definitely want to speak to my ladies that are in these situations where the man has walked out of your life, he's not coming back, and you're choosing to bask in that pain instead of finding a way to heal. I'm speaking to my women who are allowing men to come in and out of your life, sleep with you whenever he wants to, and he's gone again. And you're choosing not to put an end to that and start taking care of yourself and healing yourself. I want y'all to ask yourselves why. Like, that is one thing I had to ask myself, like, why? What is it about me that made me feel like he was more important than me, that he had more power over my life than I did? And I want you guys to ask yourself that. A lot of times what happens is, it could be, how we grew up. Maybe you grew up in a home where you did not see an accurate representation of a healthy relationship, of a loving relationship. And or maybe even growing up, you surrounded yourself with people who are not showing you accurate representation of true love. Or maybe someone said something to you throughout the years that caused you to believe that you are less than what you are. And I've had all of those scenarios. I didn't grow up in a home where I saw a healthy relationship between two adults. And as I grew up, I had people say certain things to me, just about my looks or whatever, that basically crushed me on the inside, and I grew up holding on to these things. Now, mind you, as I grew up, I didn't realize like I was holding on to certain comments until I sat down and did the work. And so even as I became an adult and I started dating, I've been in relationships where I was told things about myself that wasn't the nicest things, and I basically believed all the negative things. Basically growing up until now, I would believe all the negative things that people would say about me, and it would be regardless of why they said it. They could have said it to me because they just didn't like me for whatever reason, or they were angry with me, or they themselves had an issue with themselves, and in order for them to feel like they were worth anything, they decided to project on me and say things about me that made me question who I was. And so these are things that I learned as I took the time to sit and analyze what was going on with me that caused me to believe that this man was more worthy than I was. What was going on with me that caused me to give him my power. So a couple things that I want to touch on with you ladies is that, first of all, for my moms, I want to speak to you guys first. When it comes to dating, we have to use discernment and we have to move differently, because we are setting the example for our children. We are setting the example for them for when they grow up and move forward in the future and they start dating. We don't want them to go out there believing that someone that is lying to them, someone that is using them, manipulating them, someone that doesn't even want them is worthy of their time. And so how are you moving? How are you moving in the world? Like, how are your children seeing you move through this dating process? Are they seeing these men or a man come in and out of your life whenever he feels like it and he's gone, and mommy is over there sad and frustrated and confused? Are they seeing mom sit at home crying every day or every night, or she's so depressed she can't even function in life over a man that has gone months ago, has moved on with his life? Are they seeing these things, or are they seeing you choose to remove yourself from these unhealthy relationships, close your door, keep your door shut to these men, and they see you moving now in your power? They see mom getting up every day, healing herself, loving on them. Because what happens is, when you're stuck in these dysfunctional relationships and you have children, the dysfunctional relationship can drain the life out of you. It can cause you to not want to get up and do anything at all. And it's like, how are you going to get up and take care of these children the best that you can if you don't even have the energy to crawl out of bed. So it's like, it's so unfair because now you're taken away from your children due to a man that is, he's not even worth your time. Stand with a man that continues to cheat on you and disrespect you. He continues to come in and out of your life. He's being blatantly disrespectful by showing you he wants nothing to do with you, but other than to use your body, is the most damaging thing that you can do to your psyche. And my goal is always to make sure that my kids come out of their childhood better than I did. And ladies, you can't do that if you are showing them that mommy is holding on to someone that does not love her. They're going to grow up believing that this is normal. And then they're going to grow up also not seeing the value in themselves either. They're not going to see it. My ladies that are, even if you don't have children, but you've come out of a relationship, maybe you've been in a situation, and I've seen this a lot, where the guy just leaves. And that's just like the thing nowadays where, you know, people just ghost each other, and it's so immature, it's so disrespectful, but this is what people are doing. I need you to view this as, if someone is willing to walk out of your life, if someone is not able to see your worth, to see your value, and they are willing to walk out of your life, let them. They are showing you, they are showing you that they do not belong in your future. And so there's absolutely no reason for you to be holding on and trying to drag them back in. Sis, there is something better out there for you. Let them go. He's walking out. He is actually doing you a service. Allow him to walk out. Take the time to sit and heal yourself. Stop wasting your time with a man that does not want you. Stop wasting your time with a man that does not know your value, does not see your worth, doesn't even care to know. I want you to challenge the areas of your self-esteem that cause you to wait for someone that's not showing up for you. Like, I want you to ask yourself, what is it about myself that is causing me to want someone that truly doesn't want me? Someone that's not even adding any sort of value to my life. What is it about me? Ask yourself, why am I giving this man time that he won't even commit to me? He's taking away time from your children. He's taking away time from you. He's taking away the time that you can have where you're able to actually meet someone that is willing to love you unconditionally, someone that is worthy of your time, someone that will see your worth and your value. Ladies, staying in dysfunctional relationships is not only damaging to yourself, but it's damaging to your children. Stop allowing men to come in and disrespect you. Stop allowing them to disrespect your time. Stop allowing them to disrespect your children, because that is what they're doing when they're coming in and out of your door, knowing that they have no plans for a future with you or your children. They're basically just coming in, using you, using up your time, the time that you could be spending with your kids doing something else or even developing yourself, and then they're gone. So stop allowing them to disrespect you. And this is not even a male bashing video. This is just a video where I want you ladies to get yourself out of your self-imposed prison. It's time to take your power back. And one thing I've learned is that although I view all women as queens, not all women view themselves as queens. So I can call you a queen until I'm blue in the face. But if you don't believe that about yourself, it doesn't mean anything. And it won't mean anything until you take the time to sit down and work on healing yourself, work on loving yourself, work on knowing who you are, work on knowing why you're here, because we are all here for a reason. We are here to bless someone else in some way. And so I want y'all to just take the time to figure out what's going on with you. Like I said, just sit down with a pen and a pad, play some music if you want to, light some candles, take some time alone and just journal. Because we have to get down to the bottom of this. We have to figure out why we are moving in a way that is less than what we are called to move in. And until you figure that out, until you heal whatever it is that's broken in you, that's causing you to accept less than you deserve, you will continue to move in that path. And even if you feel like, okay, I'm over this person now, I can move on to another relationship, until you figure out what's that deep seated issue that's going on, and you tackle that and you heal from that, you're going to move into your next relationship, and the cycle will continue. And you're going to ask yourself, like, how do I keep ending up in these relationships? Well, because you're not doing the work. So ladies, take the time to do the work. Surround yourself with women who are doing work to better themselves as well. Don't surround yourself with women who are encouraging you and staying stuck in this hurt and this pain. And if you don't have a community, if you don't have people around you to help, guide you and put you on a different path, or help you to move forward in a different path, ladies, I'm here. Message me. Let's talk. My link for my free consultation is in the description box. Go ahead and click it, ladies. Like, it's free. Just, we're going to get on the phone and we're going to figure out what's going on, and we're going to work on it. We're going to get you healed, sis, and we're going to get you walking in your power. We're going to get you proclaiming who you are, and we're going to have you raising your standards and expecting more from not just men, but from anyone that wants any time in your life. So I hope this video helps someone, even if all it did was made you think for a minute, sis. I hope that this has helped someone. Again, reach out to me, ladies. When you are ready to do the work, I am here. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.